What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this edition of Weights and Dates. I, of course, am your host, Donovan Sharpe. I am joined by the man in the 305, Mr. Myron Gaines. Listen, Myron, I think you have the best smile in this sector of the web, man. I'm trying to get where you're at. I got the Bite. It's a less expensive version of Invisalign, and I think in like 30 or so weeks, I'm gonna have a straighter. Like, my teeth aren't that crooked, but I have that one tooth that's kind of set back, so I'm working on getting that. Other than that, you know, my teeth aren't too bad. And then after that, I'm gonna get them whitened. Well, I got the whole straighten and whiten idea from you, and you practice what you preach because you light up the screen with every smile. So you have a nice smile, Myron.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. And for anyone that's wondering, I made a video on whitening your teeth and getting them straightened. You know, Invisalign is good, but there's other brands like ClearCorrect, etc., and they're pretty good as well. Okay, good stuff. I think your sound gate on your Rodecaster might be on, because I'm not picking you up with the in the lower register. Actually, I'm looking at my sound. I'm looking at my mixer, and I don't see you coming in through the Rodecaster. So I don't know, maybe check your settings, make sure your sound is coming through the Rodecaster Pro. The Rodecaster Pro, okay.
Yeah, make sure on the in the settings. Yeah, make sure it's coming through the Rodecaster Pro, because for whatever reason, you normally sound good. You normally sound good. You normally look good, but
we just switched the PC today, guys, so bear with us. Sorry.
That's right. That's right. We were talking about that. At any rate, listen, we've got a great show in store for you guys tonight. Also, we have a very special treat for you guys on tonight's the 6th. Myron is going to have Kevin Samuels and Hotep Jesus in studio with him. So it's going to be the 6 of us plus Hotep Jesus and Kevin Samuels, both of which I'm almost 100% sure are confirmed speakers for the Conference of Masculine Excellence that is going to be coming up here in June. I'll be releasing the dates as well as the details as they come available. At any rate, let me give a shout out to Wesley Delvoye with the $5 super chat. Says, let's give love for the Mr. Samuels. Appreciate that. Another $5 super chat. He says, this talk is going to be fun to hear tonight. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We're actually on the 6th tonight. We're actually going to be talking about why is it that women don't understand their real sexual market value. Women these days, like the one we're going. Listen, man, this is all symmetrical. This is all synergy. Solo's talking about it on his channel. We're going to talk about it on the 7th, or we're going to talk about it later on the 6th. We're going to talk about this tonight. And so we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to talk about sort of a companion topic. Why are women so delusional when it comes to their own sexual market value? It doesn't sound like your microphone is on, Myron. It sounds like the sound, like you're talking and we can hear you, but something else is picking up the sound, and I don't think it is your sound mixer. So while Myron figures out what's going on with his sound, oh, there we go. See, he can monitor it. There we go. So you guys
hear me now?
Oh, much better.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah,
we'll use mic. One of the benefits of having multiple microphones, we'll use mic 3 on this one.
Perfect. All right, excellent. So Myron is going to be using mic 3, I guess microphone 3. If you would, you can move, I guess, mic 1 a little bit lower so that we can see your face. This is on the job. Listen, this is in person, real-time production. These things are not easy to do, but we got that all fixed. Myron, I want to know how it is you're able to light up that patreon.com/fresh and fit, because I can't, for whatever reason, when I have something lit up in white, it blurs out. It's got to be something in the settings, or you might just have better cameras than I do.
No, we got one that lights up in different colors. So that's what we're able to do to get that going. I'll show you exactly what we got.
Cool. Very good.
I got you, brother. I mean, the whole reason just so people know, right? For people that might not know who I am, whatever, a big reason why we tricked out the studio and did all this stuff. The motivation came from Donovan, guys. The inspiration came from Donovan. When I went up there to Philly and did the show with him and saw his studio set up, I was like, man, I got to step up, So he gave me a lot of motivation to improve our production quality. And yeah, man, we're going to take over, guys. So Stay tuned.
We will talk, and it all starts with the CME coming up in June. Now, Myron, you didn't step up, bruh. My man, you stepped out. Like, I came and saw that studio. I was like, yo, check this out. And listen, I'm coming down there next month, man. I mean, we're not complete total lockdown.
Right? Guys, Donovan's going to, every couple weeks, you guys are pretty much going to see Donovan in studio with me and Fresh Prince CEO, and we'll do a show for you, a special show for you guys.
You know it.
People really enjoyed that show, dude. Like, I don't think I got like one negative comment about seeing all three of us in the studio chatting. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. You're gonna get more of that because the people have spoken and we will deliver. So,
dude, and I told you guys this right after the show. That's the most fun I have ever had on a podcast ever, and I've been doing this a long time, man.
Thank you, man.
I have never had as much fun as I did on that show, man. Never ever did. Trucino congratulates me on 100K and Myron for 10K. Myron is going to get to 100,000 a lot quicker than I did. Because I think it took me exactly 38 years to get to, or at least it felt like 38 years to get to 100,000 subscribers. But here is to 100,000 more. Kevin Samuels, all of a sudden, he went from, I think, 123,000 subscribers all the way up to like 180. Like, he is just absolutely, like, his star is just as bright as it's ever been. So congratulations to him. I mean, and listen, I've known Kevin a long time. He and we go way back. We've been content creators forever, and it's good to see him finally getting recognized, for the talent that he has. Nobody does it like this guy. Nobody.
Let me say this, because people might not know. Kevin's in Miami right now, guys, and I kicked it with him the past couple of days. And man, for anyone that tries to say, oh, you know, Kevin's a charlatan, he doesn't know what he's talking about, does he know really about high value? You guys got to shut up, because this man, bro, he walks it like he talks it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy really, he gave me like invaluable advice yesterday when I took him to a nice steakhouse here in Miami, and we chopped it up and talked. And a couple of people actually came up and approached him. Hey, I saw you on World Star, blah, blah, blah.
Wow, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. And the guy is real down to earth, really cool, man. And quite frankly, you know, I was just happy to be in his presence, man. You got to surround yourself with winners like that. But he absolutely knows what he's doing. Everything he does is methodical and deliberate. And he kind of like showed me the backside of it. And yeah, for anyone that says that Kevin's a fraud or anything like that, I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys. You guys, until you talk to the guy, you won't know.
Listen, real talk. Kevin has never steered me in the wrong direction. Everything he has advised me to do, make this tweak, download this, get this, he's never steered me in the wrong direction. Everything he has told me to do has worked. All of it. He's a big reason why I'm at 101,000 subscribers on YouTube now. Yeah. Tunes with the $20 super chat says phenomenal content, fellas. And that, of course, leads us into today's obvious topic. So Kevin Samuels had a female on his podcast again. She was delusional again. He put her in her place again. And he went viral on World Star Hip Hop again. And so what we are going to do is we are going to break down his breakdown delusional female.
Breakdown inception.
Yes, right. Well, see, there you go. Like, it's got to start somewhere. At some point, there has to be an uncaused cause, and we are here to be that uncaused cause. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down this conversation between Kevin and this delusional, I guess her name, I don't know what her name is, whatever the case may be. But anytime you want me to stop the video, Myron, just say stop the video. I'll stop it, or I'll stop it when I want to stop it. Real quick, Sandy Bravo, $5 says people making those vids are just clout chasing. Is he talking about people making what videos?
I think he's talking about anyone that talks smack about Kevin, like trying to, like, you know.
Yeah. Rollo Tomasi said this a while back. How can I put this? Every anti-RP content creator, they try to start their careers by throwing rocks at Rollo. That because Rollo's the biggest name, he's the biggest name in the sphere, and he's the Godfather and all that. So they think to themselves, you know what? I'm going to start a channel by disagreeing with Rollo. And so what's going to start happening here, Myron, is you're going to see, especially sisters, You're going to see black women try to start YouTube channels by going after Kevin, or by going after the six. We've had people try to start YouTube channels by going after alpha male strategies, going after guys like Tommy Sotomayor, who, by the way, Tommy Sotomayor has confirmed he is a confirmed speaker at the Conference of Masculine Excellence. That is right. Tommy Sotomayor is absolutely 100% going to be a speaker at the Conference of Masculine Excellence. I've got many more confirmations I'm working on, guys. This is not going to be some small potato, small change event. This is not going to be a bunch of no names. These are going to be people that you know, people that you could, and people that you can trust. These are not wannabes. These are not wannabes. So just to let you guys know. But so anyway, that's probably what's gonna start happening with Kevin. A lot of people are gonna start to try to start careers by going after him. So let's go ahead and get this party started.
Good.
Here we go.
I honestly want a six-figure guy. Is what I'm realizing.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. She said, "I honestly want a six-figure guy." Now I'm gonna rewind it a little bit, Myron.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Is what I'm realizing.
Dang it. Now, what's the first thing you notice about now? Listen. I say this all the time. People have to have standards. Okay. If you want to date a six-figure dude, if you only want to date rich men, hey, if that's your standard, baby girl, I'm not mad at you. Have your standards. By the same token, just because you think you deserve someone who is six figures doesn't mean you deserve someone who is six figures. What's the first thing you notice about this woman? Just off rip, Meyer, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear this woman say, "I want a six-figure guy"?
Well, I mean, let's be blunt here. The elephant in the room. She's not attractive at all, quite frankly. I mean, I think even guys that don't have that high beauty standards would find this woman to be average to below average. You know, I mean, I live in Miami, so I'm very perfectly aware that my standard of beauty for women is a little higher than other parts of the country. So, you know, but I'll, if I was to rewind 3 years ago to prior when I was in Miami, I would still consider this girl on the lower end of the totem pole from an aesthetic standpoint solely. You know what I mean? And unfortunately for women, their looks mean everything. Like if you don't look good to get the guy's attraction, he's not even going to care about your personality or anything else. You know, women don't have the luxury, quite frankly, of being able to increase their sexual market value through other means. They really do define them. Whereas for men, it's a little bit more negotiable. If you're not the most attractive guy, you can make up for it in other endeavors. But I don't want to get ahead of myself because this is definitely a good video, and we'll keep going.
I agree with you 100%. And this is one of the many advantages that men have over women in the sexual marketplace later on down the road.
Facts.
If a woman doesn't look good, she will never, ever, ever be with a high-value guy. She just never will be, because high-value guys don't date women that are not super attractive.
Yep.
Bottom line, there are a lot of unattractive men who date very attractive women. And the reason they can do that is because our sexual market value encompasses so much more than looks. Do looks matter to women? Absolutely. Listen, the first thing a woman notices about you is the way you look. But this is exactly why, and I believe Myron is a strong proponent of this, this is exactly why you have to diversify your peace leaf portfolio. Here's what I mean. When you're swiping for sausage or tacos on Tinder, a lot of guys say, well, all it is looks. You're absolutely right. When all a woman knows about you is the way that you look.
Yep.
That's why when you approach women in the real world, you might not be the best looking guy in the world. You might not be the tallest. You might even have crooked teeth. But if you're spitting that airtight game, if you show her that you know how to handle yourself in the presence of a beautiful woman better than most good looking men that she knows, guess what? She is going to give you the time of day. So, but let me bring it back around. I almost got away from things here, but the point is a man's aesthetic sexual market value can definitely be sort of compensated for by the shape he's in, right? His physical fitness, his grooming, the way he dresses, his game, his finances, his clout. Women don't have that luxury. Yes. This is why Gabourey Sidibe is worth what, $7 million? Gabourey Sidibe is extremely portly, and she's unattractive, which is why she is engaged to a white guy who may or may not be a switch hitter. So looks is all that matters to men when high value men are looking for a mate. Women, yeah, okay, listen, they look for looks too, but if a good-looking guy does not give her tingles, if a good-looking guy does not know how to handle her, if a good-looking guy is simping for her, guess what? She will cheat with the ugly guy with game all day and night.
The biggest telltale sign, I'll tell you this, man. This proves it right now. A hot 18-year-old that works at McDonald's and earns about $8 an hour is going to have more sexual options with the opposite gender than Oprah Winfrey will. You know what I mean? Whereas if you were to switch it around, right? You take a guy that works at McDonald's earning, $10 per hour, he wouldn't have a shot with Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? At all, ever. So that just goes to show the drastic difference in sexual preference and things that make the gender attractive between the two opposite genders.
And listen, I got news for you, Myron, and I think you'll agree. Rihanna, not a high value woman, bruh. Yeah. She's not high value. She is a mildly attractive, now 32 going on 33-year-old who's been ran through, who happens to be worth a lot of money.
Facts. Yep.
Like, the only reason why a high value man would get with Rihanna is to get his name in the news, right? Use her for clout.
At that point, yeah. But exactly. I mean, as in like you wouldn't be able to like a guy that's like a bum. He would never be able to rub elbows with a a celeb or someone of that stature. Whereas like a woman, that is attractive but low socioeconomically can absolutely rub elbows with top tier men. No,
listen, I agree 100%. Hang on a second. Let me edit this. I need to make this live on Sharpe Stream. Okay, it is now live on Sharpe Stream. I forgot to add Sharpe Stream. So all my guys in the Sharpe Stream chat, I do apologize for that. One last thing before we move on. Myron, you hit the nail on the head. And I'm going to tell you something. You may have very well, and I'm not kidding, you may have very well cracked the code in terms. I would never advocate arguing with a woman about dating. It's pointless. It's useless.
Thanks.
However, when a woman is out here talking about, well, men love boss bitches and this and that and the third, ask them this. Okay, woman's got to have money. She's got to be a boss bitch. She's got to be all this stuff. Who would have more options out in the real world? Who has more options than men right now? The hot 21-year-old who doesn't have a diploma and is a hard 10, or Oprah Winfrey?
Yeah, dude, it's
there it is.
That is that's like the biggest, like if you really think about that, the fact that Oprah Winfrey, I think she's probably a billionaire by now.
Billionaire, yes.
Host, one of the strongest women in the United States. She is a hot 21-year-old that has zero socioeconomic status, zero clout, is still going to be more attractive to the highest value men than Oprah Winfrey will be.
Far more. And it's not close. So there is your, anytime a woman, oh yeah, men like boss bitches. Do they like Oprah Winfrey? Do they like Oprah Winfrey, or do they like Christy on the Vegas Strip, or Christy out on or Monica out on Ocean Drive? Yeah, I didn't think so. So. Game over. All right, here we go.
Okay. And ma'am,
wait a minute, hold on. Ain't nobody getting that Oprah. Oh no, is Stedman still hitting that? Like, is Stedman still banging Oprah? Like, she can't get him out of his. Okay, here we go.
That's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so?
Look, this is the difference. This is the difference between Kevin Samuels and everybody else. This dude manages to stay cool all the time. This chick didn't hear a word he said.
Yep.
A word he said. Anytime you are giving a woman like sound advice, their rebuttal is always, yeah, but, or can I ask you a question? And it's a loaded question. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. I mean, the hamster is running wild right now. You know what I'm saying? It's literally an overdrive. So, and for the people that are watching, he had been talking to this woman earlier. You know what I mean? So people might say, oh, why is he getting so frustrated? He was talking with this woman earlier. So, you know, he's been trying to explain this to her in the most professional fashion, because the thing with Kevin is he's very polite. Despite what these women may say, whatever it may be, he's always very polite when he dispenses his advice. He's pragmatic, but he's polite.
This is why he has 180,000 subscribers, and I have 101 because he's polite. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, listen, Kevin is polite with these women. The only time Kevin gets a little bit hot under the collar is when they start to clap back in bad faith, right? Yeah. One woman says, well, that's why you're gay and blah, 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 blah. And Kevin, oh my God, Kevin absolutely just grilled this chick. She ended up, I rebuke and all this other kind of stuff. That's hilarious. Yeah, True Chino says, can I ask you a question? Yeah. Anytime they say, can I ask you a question, that is a tactic designed to just kind of throw you off the scent. So let's hear what this question is.
Go ahead.
See that? She didn't have a question. You see that? She didn't have a question. Can I ask you a question? In other words, translation, stop talking because you're giving me too much truth. Every time.
Yeah. From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying.
From my point of view, I feel like that's another problem, Myron. The sexual market doesn't give a damn how you feel. Listen, check this out. I feel like I should be able to bang the hottest chicks around regardless of what I look like. But guess what? The sexual market, Las Vegas, the sexual marketplace in Las Vegas didn't give a damn about how I felt. Oh no. This is the problem with women, Myron, is every time they try to make a point about what they feel is fair and what's fair and what's not is, I feel like, no, facts don't give a shit about your feelings. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on this is that that's 100% true, because here's the thing. Women don't feel the painful reality of intersexual dynamics until it's too late.
Oh, yes.
Men feel the pain of intersexual dynamics early on.
Yes. Oh, wow.
We're literally designed like men, you know, men are designed for combat, battle, whatever it is. But men are also designed to be resilient from rejection from females, you know. Now, do some guys, you know, get butthurt when they get rejected? Yes. Sure. But regardless, it's still built in our hardware. Women, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that, you know, if you've been, so here's my analogy. So there's a candy store, right? And I talked about this with Rollo Tomasi. Shout out to Rollo Tomasi, man. Everybody go read The Rational Male. There's a candy store, right? Women are allowed into this candy store at 18. Men are not allowed until they have $100,000 into this candy store. Oh, so wow. The problem is that it takes many years for men to be able to earn that money to save to get into this candy store. So since the girls have been there since they were 18, while the men are out there in line. So when the men finally do get the money and pay the guy and get into the candy store, what's going to happen? They're going to go wild. They're going to get all types of candy. They're going to, you know, oh my God, all the chocolate I could eat. Finally, I've been waiting a decade for this, 15 years, 20 years. And the women are going to look at him like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
The thing is that women don't understand what it took to get into the candy store.
Right.
They don't understand until it's too late when their candy's expired.
Yes.
That what it took for men to get in there. This is why guys that become successful and get good with women rarely want to commit, because we had to earn the ability to get that abundance mindset versus they were just allowed into the candy store to get the candy. So, and this is why I always tell guys, you do not adhere to the same dating timeline that women do.
All right.
Get into the candy store with zero admission. You have to pay to get in that candy store. So quite frankly, you as the way I look at it, you get as much candy as you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You don't let girls shame you when you're eating that chocolate right in front of her face in the candy aisle, because she didn't have to work for it. And this is the problem, is that women don't learn that the candy actually costs money until they get older. And then their reality warps. And then they're like, whoa, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So this woman, I would say, is probably in the stages now where she's starting to finally realize that candy, getting it on consignment is going to cost her now.
Wow. Actually, you know, it's interesting. You said girls get let into the candy store when they're 18. I beg to differ. I think they get let into the candy store a lot sooner than that. Some, some even break into the candy store underage. If you know what I'm saying. Here's something else I think you'll agree with. Girls don't get let into the candy store, Myron. They are born in the candy store.
Damn.
This goes right back to, and I don't want to say this dude's name because I don't really have much respect for him anymore, but he says that, and I agree with him on this, is that men, we have to build value. Women simply have to preserve it. Yep. This is why women, and listen, we can't blame women for not understanding what it's like to be a man on the dating market. Don't be mad that women don't know or care what we go through. they're not designed to know what we go through, and they're not designed to care. Just like we don't give a shit about women like this who are left behind on the dating market after collecting bones all through their 20s. We can't expect them to really give a damn about us. So if you're waiting for women to pat you on the back, no, that's not going to come. That's what you come to these communities for. Super chats coming in hot and heavy. Corrado with the 5 British pounds says, notice once he tells the truth, she opens her phone and smiles. She didn't like the reality, so she went back to get false validation from low value simps. Agreed. Totally. AJ Taylor, $5, says men have the ability to be brutally honest with their position in life and how to elevate to a higher one, whereas women stay in complete denial. Omega Legion with the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. Red Pill Mike with the big $100.
Thank you so much, Red Pill Mike, man. Damn.
Hey, Red Pill Mike he's absolutely getting a free ticket to the Conference of Masters.
Yeah, dude. Jesus, man. When I meet you in person, dude, I'm going to give you a hug. Thank you, man.
I mean, listen, he has donated enough to afford like 3 or 4 tickets at this point. He says post-wall single women who have not locked down a high-value man are caught in a cycle of flooding the market with bad sex, getting to their 20s, and now trying to make high-value men work for their peace leave once their sexual market value is gone and their abilities are still bad. Yes, this is the problem with women like the one Kevin is talking to. Yeah. See, here's the thing. In her 20s, she didn't make the high-value men work for her peace leave. She didn't. She gave it up to pretty much any nigga with a Y chromosome and a smile, maybe $100 bill. Now she wants us to think that she's still that 20. Wait, so let me get this straight. I used to bang girls like you when they were in their 20s, but now that you're 38 and single and a baby mama, you're going to try to make me work for what you gave to those dudes for free? Hell no.
And she's going to make another, my bad, Donovan, my bad. I mean,
no, I was done. Go ahead.
No, all I was going to say was, and you guys as we go on in the broadcast, you guys are going to see she's going to make a big cardinal mistake here soon as well.
Okay. Very good.
I don't want to reveal yet.
That's okay. True Chino, $5 says off the sidelines and in the game. Thank you, DS, since episode 589 and counting. Absolutely. Thank you very much. All right. Let us continue with this, whatever it is.
Saying they do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Did this woman just sit here and say, so Kevin Samuels is around, I guess, 45. Actually, I think he's 51.
He's 51, yeah.
So what she's trying to say, okay, well, older women are not as attractive as younger women, but guess what? These young hot girls are not going after 45-year-old men. Oh, yes, they are. Your thoughts?
Everybody in the studio is laughing right now.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, this goes back to women's gross negligence of how the marketplace really works. You know what I mean? Since they're in a position where they're the buyer, they don't really know how the sales process works. You know what I'm saying? Because as a consumer, this is why women have all the options early on, because they're the buyer, men are the sellers, right? But the thing is that since they're in a buying position, they're not necessarily seeing how the cake is made.
Yes.
Right? So since they don't see how the cake is made, they have zero idea as to what's really going on behind the scenes, right? You're merely, because in the back room, there's a bunch of stuff going on. And also, deep down, she does know that younger women do like older men, because when she was in her 20s, she was probably dating guys that were in their 40s as well. This just comes back to, hamstring, delusion, being delusional, whatever. And you're going to see, guys, for the viewers out there, you guys are going to see why she thinks this way very soon. But yeah, it's just hilarious.
It's incredible. Well, older women aren't attractive to high value men, but young hot girls don't. Oh, bitch, please.
Bullshit.
There it is.
I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one of you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10?
Oh, Kevin. Oh, now here's the thing. I haven't seen this. I haven't watched this or seen this. So I'm seeing all this for the first time.
Okay, awesome.
Right. And listen, that wasn't by design, guys. I worked too freaking hard and I missed all this. I actually had to hire someone to keep me abreast of this stuff, but Kevin is setting her up What do you think your sexual market value? What on a scale of 1 to 10? Oh my God, I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay.
Did she say 6?
Yep.
Okay. Listen, I give her a 5. Listen, I'll give her a 4 a 3 when she wakes up in the morning, maybe a 5 with makeup on. So okay, so she overshot a little. That's fine. I mean, listen, I call myself a 7. I'm probably closer to a 6. So who knows? Who knows?
And how tall are you?
5'5".
Oh boy.
Dress size.
I'm sorry.
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay, so that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
Oh boy. Do you see the reality setting in?
Yeah.
Look at the look on her. I hope it'll let Maria look. Watch this. Just watch this. This is incredible. Just watch how. Just watch. Watch the reality start to set in. Watch.
They tend to get average
watch
men.
Her face. Look.
So.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, he's right. Oh my God. Wesley Delvoye. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Wes. $5 on the $5 says, when does that scale tactic? When he does that tactic is so brilliant. I didn't really understand that, but okay.
I think he means because Kevin, I like that Kevin does it too. He doesn't ask them how much they weigh. He asks them for their dress size.
Their dress size. Yes, right.
From a physique standpoint.
Right. Yeah, I do. I actually caught that myself, man. She's like, all right, I'm 5'5". What's your dress size? A 3. You can tell if you wasn't lying. So all right, here we go.
Oh,
did you I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest.
He sings lullaby.
You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men.
That face right there says, I know he's telling the truth, but there's nothing I can do.
With average looking women.
Is this chick really on the phone? Is this chick really on her phone?
If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of
okay. You see what she's doing? Oh my God, dude, bitches are so basic. I'm picking up my phone and I'm going to look over at my phone as though I'm entertaining somebody. This is what women think we don't know this. This woman could she can go out and probably bang 30 thirsty dudes anytime she wants to.
Yep.
Right? They don't know that we know that the dudes who are going to bang her in 3 texts or less are not high value men. They're not. But she's sitting here. You can just tell by her body language. She's trying to make us think. And she's like the cat that ate the canary. Oh, I'm looking at my phone. Somebody's texting me. Yeah, let's see what he looks like, boo.
Yeah.
The woman you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average. So,
but ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Uh-oh.
Say what?
Oh my God. I swear to God, dude, Kevin is nobody does it like he does, man. This is just, and you know what? This is must-see TV. Devin and I we will turn off TV to watch Kevin. It's unreal. It's unreal. This is magical.
I really just wanted some advice. I love your
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
okay, but you're not accepting the fact that
here he goes.
Average looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking older.
Oh, see, now she's stunned because if she really were high value, she would have the iPhone 11 Pro. Actually, that's the iPhone 12 she's got there. If she were really high value, she would have the iPhone 12 Pro. That looks like the iPhone 12. Sweetheart, if you don't have that third lens, man, I don't know. I don't know.
She's pulling out her phone right now.
This is all.
She just knows she can't. The smiling, the nervous reaction, pulling out her phone. She's just trying to deflect the realness that's hitting her right now, because the stark reality that her value in the marketplace is fairly low. It's starting to sink in now, because what Kevin is doing is he's confirming things that she's already established in her own reality, but now he's telling it to her in a rational, pragmatic sense. Because let me tell you guys, son, these women that call into these shows, they're already struggling and failing with men.
Yes.
So by the time they get to Kevin, they've already established these realities in their mind, but they don't want to accept them, because let's keep it real. We live in a society now that tells women they can do no wrong. They don't need to self-improve. They're fine the way they are. You're beautiful no matter what size you are, blah, 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 right? But they're not getting the results they want in the marketplace. So deep down, women know getting advice from other women is probably going to be counterproductive, because they're always going to lie and blow sunshine up your you-know-what.
There you go.
Right? Because women can't afford to be honest with each other, because when they are honest with each other, guess what happens? Fights happen, bickering happens, whatever. So they call into Kevin's show because they know deep down that he's going to give them the truth. But they're hoping for a wink of, can I get a high value guy? But then when he comes in and says the reality that, no, you're 35. No, the amount of money you make doesn't matter. Because guys, make no mistake, this woman owns a patent company. So she's earning 6 figures. That's why she has her standards up this high.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, she owns a patent company, which is why she's asking, I want a guy who's 6 figures, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
What he doesn't understand is that, just like you always talk about, Donovan, and we always talk about on our show, attraction is asymmetrical. You know what I mean? Like, the things that make a man attractive definitely don't make a woman attractive. So, but again, girls buy into this notion that I make 6 figures, I deserve a guy that makes 6 figures too.
Listen, let's go back to, we're going to have to coin this. We got to call this the Oprah factor, right?
Bam.
Listen, I make 6 figures and I'm this and I'm that. None of that matters, sweetheart. One of the richest women on the planet is Oprah Winfrey. Dude, she couldn't get laid in a male brothel. That's just the reality. Dudes ain't checking for Oprah. And the one dude checking for Oprah, Stedman, she's probably paying him. Here's something else that I talk about all the time. And listen, women will never listen to me. And frankly, I don't give a damn. They'll listen to Kevin. They won't listen to me. But if there are any women watching, and I've said this on so many broadcasts, what you bitches have to understand is that the more money, the more status, the more clout, the more money, the more you accomplish, the further you shrink your pool of potential suitors.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you make 6 figures as a woman, you are not it is not biologically possible for you to be attracted to a man who makes less than you. This doesn't make you bad. This makes you a woman. So by virtue of what the girl power movement is telling you about trying to be a boss bitch and accomplishing all these things, it's counterproductive. You're shooting yourself in the foot, because you can't date someone who makes less than you, but men who make more than you don't want to date you either. So now you're stuck. Where do you go from there? You end up on Kevin Samuel's show, pulling out your iPhone 12. And if she really were a boss bitch, she'd have the 12 Max, acting like you're getting validation by some thirsty dude that you swipe right on Tinder for.
And let me say this real quick too.
Go ahead.
There's the 2 loneliest demographics of human being in the world. I'm going to tell you guys right now. A broke, fat male that doesn't have any kind of income coming in or success. A rich, successful woman that's ugly.
Woo!
Those two demographics,
wow,
at least are going to get the least attention from the opposite gender. And the reason why is because once success ostracizes them from the sexual marketplace, failure ostracizes them from the sexual marketplace. But if you reverse the 2 genders, immediately, oh, guess what happens? Door opens up. I always say money opens doors for men, closes doors for women.
Woo!
So that's the reality. If any girl out here is a CEO, or you want to call yourself a bad boss babe, whatever it may be, understand that there's consequences to that success for you as a woman. And that consequence is you are now significantly shrinking your pool of candidates. And if you're overweight, unattractive, whatever, and you make 6 figures, it's an L for you, baby. Because making money as a woman closes doors for you when it comes to potential suitors. It's just unfortunate reality.
That's how it is. And it's nobody's fault. It is in your firmware. Okay. And the thing is, Byron, women would love to be able to love lower value men. It's not in them. It's impossible for them to do. Wesley Delvoy, $5 says, sorry, I meant when Kevin does that scale tactic, it's so brilliant. Yes, it is. Malika Mebane, $7 says, denial is not just a river in Egypt, but a psychological instability and delusional mind state. That's good. I saw what he did there. Corrado, 2 British pounds, says, really hit hard. Grab the phone for validation. Black Wolf Inc., $5, says, Godfather is going to break the internet soon. Also, salute to you, brother, for working hard on a Sunday evening. Thank you very much for that. Wesley Delvoy, another $5, says, who was exposed more, Kevin or that woman on the line? Dude, Kevin's never been exposed. Kevin Samuels has never, ever been exposed. This is why I chose my people for the 6. We are all the same on either side of the camera. We're the same in front of the camera. We're the same in real life. Kevin is absolutely that dude. Listen, you and I having both hung out with him. I've met Kevin multiple times. He is that dude.
Yep.
Sauce Factory, $5 says, I bet she's got the Spider-Man app on her phone. I don't know what that is, but I wish I did. I think that would be funny. James Young says the lady wants DJ validation from Kevin Samuels. Yeah, that's why all these women come on here. They want Kevin to tell her, hey, there's hope for you, LaQuanda, who's 38 with 3 kids and 3, possibly 4 baby daddies. He's not going to do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Red Pill Mike, $5, says, at this age, women who still bang the men who won't commit to them and won't bang the men who will are getting exactly what they deserve. Exactly. There you go. Andre Hatchett says, a pet company. I guess that's what the Spider-Man thing is. T3, $5, says, Kevin has figured out the code. Yes, he has. Kevin's figured out the code a long time ago. He is now able to package it in such a way that it is consumable for audiences, and he is knocking it out of the park. Sick Lid with the $5 super sticker. James War, $5, says she looks like Roger from American Dad. That's terrible. That's terrible. Let's continue.
A woman with a 13-year-old son. Average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy.
Look how she's trying to ignore him. She's disrespectful.
This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men.
Bam.
You don't qualify for one.
Is she?
And you're making. I mean, I don't want to have to go there.
Is she?
But when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's?
You know, it's funny. Kevin is very good at what he does because he clearly sees what she's doing. He hasn't called her out yet.
Yeah, he's actually being very he's being very professional because she's looking at her phone to kind of mitigate the pain she's feeling right now. But because he's dropping truth bombs and she knows he's right because he's basically confirming the things she already knows in the back of her mind. Because let's make no mistake about it, she's calling him for a reason.
That's right.
So she just can't deal with the realities of what he's telling her now, and she's using her phone, which to be honest with you is very disrespectful. But yeah,
it's disrespectful. But listen, man, I mean, this is what women do. Like, they either react very poorly or they try to act like everything is right with the world. And she wants Kevin to ask her what's going on her phone. See, now she wants to change the conversation. Oh, I'm just texting with this guy who wants to be with me. He makes 6 figures. Now Kevin's going to say, prove it, and so on and so forth. No, this is a poker face. This is a poker face. This is her, just like you said, trying to, she doesn't want people to see that she really is hurting on the inside.
Absolutely.
Average guy.
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone.
There she goes. Reach for the phone. There it is.
Because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina.
Bam.
But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities.
Oh, this is hilarious.
And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you're older.
Oh, here's the black woman starting to come out in her right. Dude, this is what I love about chicks like this. Every time these bitches call Kevin's show, it's so funny. Like, you listen to the transformation.
Yeah.
When the conversation first starts, everybody sounds so feminine. Hi, what's your name? I'm Latrice. And then towards the middle of the conversation, well, I feel like blah, 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 blah. And then by the end of the conversation, that's why you gay, nigga.
Yeah.
That's how they are. Like, she's trying to act like she's feminine, but she's really not. And you can see her body language. She's really starting to get uncomfortable because, dude, Kevin keeps dropping bomb after bomb. Like, dude,
yep,
this is like, he's hitting her with these body shots. That body work he put in the first 3 rounds, now he's about to go upstairs. This is hard to watch.
And you got kids. And you're average.
Oh, look at that. Go back to the phone.
And your reality of your life has showed you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you.
Oh my God. Look at her. She's trying to act like she's not paying attention.
Yeah.
But she hears listen. She hears every word he is saying.
Yeah.
Oh, make no mistake.
Absolutely.
She's trying to act like she can't hear nothing. Yeah. All right. Had a couple of other super chats here. James Young says $5 says, anyone says the I feel lost the argument, she's clearly lost.
Facts. Very, very true. I was going to mention that she's starting every sentence with I feel. And guys, thank you so much for the super chats, man. You guys don't understand that every dollar you guys donate goes right back into the content production. You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much for that.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, man. Just about every dollar I earn from here till June, 100% going into the Conference of Masculine Excellence. I am sparing no expense. Wesley Delvoye says, women today have a hard time handling the truth. Tricky Trini says, Kev is Tyson, she is Roy, and the truth is her ribs. Yo, Mike Tyson absolutely, he busted up Roy's ribs for real.
Yep.
I'm surprised Roy didn't take a spill in that one, man. That was crazy. Chris Hawkins, $5 says, 2 of the Manosphere's finest. Myron, your Patreon is lit. I can't talk to chicks now without your soundboard going off. Head.
Thank you.
High praise there by Chris Hawkins.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself that you can have it all, and you got a Prince Charming who's 6 foot, 6 feet tall.
Here she goes.
6-figure income.
Every time he really starts to dig into those ribs a little bit, she reaches for that phone. This is her poker tell.
Yep.
This is her poker tell.
Yep.
See, what she's trying to do, among other things, is she's trying to act like this doesn't bother her. Mm-hmm. But anyone who watches this can see that it clearly does. This is incredible.
Jawline, all this other kind of stuff. Oh, and I'm sorry, man. No. Most people get average people, especially average people.
Mm-hmm.
And you're an average person.
Ooh.
I mean, let's be real. You're not running Microsoft. You got a pet grooming business.
She has a pet grooming business?
Oh, yeah, not patent. Sorry. Yeah. I know she owns some kind of business where she was earning about $100,000 a year.
Yeah. If she says she's earning about $100,000 a year, she's probably earning closer to 60. So
yeah. And she lives in North Carolina too, which for guys that might be international or aren't familiar with the Carolinas is a fantastic place to live because the cost of living is very low. So her money goes very far. But unfortunately for her, a lot of the men in her area probably aren't going to earn as much money as she does.
I have to firmly disagree with the fact that North Carolina is a great place to live. I fucking hate that place.
I mean, from a financial perspective.
Okay. Well,
your money going far versus like a state like New York or Connecticut.
Oh man. Yeah, that's now that you have a point on. Dan A, $20. Appreciate that.
I wouldn't live there either, bro. I wouldn't live there.
Not a chance. Not a chance. C-Dub, $5 says, Kevin is Rocky in the first Rocky movie, and she's Apollo. He's breaking you up inside. This is exactly what Duke was telling Apollo. I think it was between the 14th and 15th round. He's breaking you up inside. getting in that body work. Webster Style Magazine, $5. I appreciate that. Zap Renfro, $5 says, oh no, average. The word average is like the boogeyman to these chicks. And you are seeing the proof of that on display here.
Yep.
For Eugene, $10 super chat. Appreciate that. The Steel Curtain says this conversation went about as well as Trevor Burbick versus Mike Tyson. Here come the boxing references.
Yep.
She can't get to her feet because Kevin's hitting her with the body blows. At the beginning of the phone call, at the beginning of this was round 1 of Creed versus Drago, right?
Yep.
Drago didn't throw anything for the first 2 minutes of the round, and then in the last minute of the round, he unleashed a fury that destroyed Creed. Creed survived, but he did not survive the second round.
Yep.
Levon Everett, $5 says, my mind has been blown over the past couple with the level of delusion and entitlement I've seen from the women being interviewed on KS show. Listen, Myron, this is why Kevin's going to be around forever. Yeah. There is no shortage of women who want to get on his show and say, you know what? I got something for Kevin Samuels. I'm going to prove that I'm the one that's the high value woman. Now, let me ask you this, just personal opinion here. And we're going to have to keep this short because we got to be off in about 15 minutes so I can get ready for the 6th. But do you think that there is ever going to be a woman who actually calls Kevin's show that keeps it all the way real and just accepts the advice that he gives? Or are they all going to be delusional?
Man, that's an excellent question, man. I would say for the foreseeable future, for the next couple of years, probably not. Because the thing is, man, quite frankly, guys like Derek Jackson and, a.k.a. Derek Simpson, and, Matthew Hussey, a.k.a. Matthew Simp Hussey, right? Like, these guys are running around telling women that they're perfect the way they are and don't change. You know what I'm saying? This is why when Kevin says you're average at best, a lot of these girls don't even know what the word average means. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said before, women don't have to deal with the harsh realities of how the sexual marketplace really works until they hit a certain age. So since they get all the fun on the front end, it sucks for them to deal with the consequences on the back end, and they don't know. That's why when you hear that, they hear the word average. What does this girl do? I want the viewers to understand that, like, as he gives her painful truths about where she stands in the sexual marketplace totem pole, what she's doing is looking at her phone. And the reason why she's looking at her phone is she probably has text messages there, DMs, whatever it may be, from a bunch of simps that are giving her attention. This is why women are addicted to social media apps and addicted to their phone, because when they're not getting what they want in the sexual marketplace in real life, they're able to turn to their digital device to be able to be given that validation to prop themselves back up. Because unfortunately for women, they're evaluated on mostly their looks. They don't have the luxury that we have as men, where we can develop ourselves and bring more to the table outside of looks and basically compensate for lack of aesthetics with other fat features. So her looking at that phone is basically her way of dealing with the harsh reality of what Kevin is telling her, but she's already been experiencing anyway. So it is what it is.
Not only that, Myron, and I'll even go this far. He ain't telling her anything she don't already know.
Facts.
Yeah, listen, this bitch knew she was a basic bitch since the time she popped out her kid 13 years ago.
Yep.
Dude, Kevin's not telling these women anything they don't already know. They get mad at him, or in her case, starts looking at her phone because he hits them right in the truth. And women are allergic to the truth.
Facts.
Malik,
in society, they can do no wrong.
Exactly. We are the only people in these women's existences that is keeping it real.
Yep.
This is why they can't stay away, because they're like, wait a minute. The world is telling me that all I have to do is exist or be a boss bitch and I can have men lining up at my door, but it's not working this way. Why is that? Then they come to our side of the sphere and get told the reason, and then all they want to do is argue.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat.
It's so foreign to them. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Malika Mebane, $5, says the phone is her security blanket and her actions are proof of guilt, shame, and the need to be right. Man, you guys are landing body shots too. Red Bill Mike says Kevin needs to patent the phrase, I'm a PhD. Real talk, man. Listen, having a PhD in women's studies doesn't make you a doctor. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. King Life says she's out here looking like NB. Oh my God. Oh my God. King Life just had the chat of the year. She's out here looking like NBA player Sam Cassell in.
Yo, facts. Yo, she does look like Sam Cassell, bro. For anyone that's wondering, man, it's such Sam Cassell.
Look, Sam Cassell's got 2 NBA titles, but he is one of the ugliest players ever in the league. He's up there with what, Nick Van Exel? I think they had like an all-alien team at one point. Yeah, Nick Van Exel, Sam Cassell was up there.
Bro, facts. She
There were-
like
yeah,
Sam Cassell.
listen, but here's the thing. But let's think about what we just said right there, Myron.
Mhm.
Sam Cassell, probably one of the ugliest people ever to live. Steve Buscemi, you know what he looks like?
Terrible.
Right. Dude, Steve Buscemi fucked more girls last week than the both of us have in our entire lives. And we sit here and make fun of Sam Cassell being on the NBA all-ugly team. He smashed more girls than we have of that night before. This is the difference between men and women.
Yep.
Men, we can elevate our ways in things we have control over to mitigate any deficiencies in our sexual market value. Women can't do that.
Fortunately, yeah. It's an unfortunate reality for them, and they don't really learn it until later on when they lose one of their most precious assets, their beauty.
Unbelievable. She looks like she has bad breath, too. I don't know, maybe. C-Dub, $10, says her habit of picking up her phone is classic drug addict behavior. Most addicts are only secondarily addicted to their drug of choice. They're really addicted to escaping from painful reality. Man, yo, you guys are in here. Y'all are in here dropping truth bombs.
Facts.
Dude, that comment was so good. I almost feel like he went back and watched an episode and copy and pasted one of Red Pill Mike's $100 super chats, and that was in it, and decided to give it to us for 90% off, man. Holy moly. Boy, that was good. All right, here we go.
For the last 3 years. Okay.
Look at her. This is funny.
But if I'm looking at you, if I looked at you and
Do you see
Awkward laugh.
Kevin is unfazed. First, she tried looking at her phone.
Yeah.
That didn't work. Then she tried leaning back and doing all this other stuff, leaning over and picking up her phone and letting us see it. That didn't work. Okay. Yeah. Now she's actually laughing. You know what this is called, gentlemen? This is called a shit test, guys. This is a shit test. She is shit testing Kevin. And Kevin has maintained frame this whole entire time, man. He is not phased, not one bit.
Took all that off of you. All the eyelashes and all the hair. What do you look like under there?
I mean, I look the same. I'm just.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, you don't. You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
What is your advice for women that?
All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening to me.
If this woman asked me, listen, okay, all right, so I'm not this and I'm not that. So what would a woman have to look like to get your attention? You want to know what my answer would be? Not you. And then drop the mic. That's what I do. I just drop the mic. I drop the mic. We'll go for a few more minutes here. Caudenicus, $5, says, why does this girl look like she's chewing garlic cloves? Probably Caudenicus, because she is. Because she is Caudenicus. John McCallion, $5, says her face looks more tired than Eeyore. Oh, you got Winnie the Pooh references. Hashtag Christopher Robin. Odin with 2 N's, $5, says she looks like her wig smells like last month's week. Oh my God, yo.
Yeah, bro.
Holy. Red Pill Mike, $5 super chat, says when their breath stinks, so does their. Wow.
Yeah.
I hope that's not true, but oh my goodness. Oh my God. Tank, $5 super chat, says she should shave her head. Maybe she'll go up a half a point. That's an interesting question. I'm going to put this to the chat. Type in either shave natural or weave. Which woman is more attractive? A woman with fake hair or a woman with a shaved head? A woman with fake hair or a woman with a natural shaved head? Put that in the chat. We'll break this down for a little bit longer, and then we will end this bad boy.
This is why I always recommend you need therapy. Because you seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being. Don't tell me I'm being mean. I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here, and I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you, and I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone.
Oh my God.
Tired of y'all doing this shit.
Yo, Kevin, absolutely. Wow, we actually got through the entire video.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Wow, that gotta be a first. We never get through the videos we break down, Myra, and I can't believe
this
that. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me turn it off. There we go. Wow, we got through the whole video, Myron.
Yeah, man, we did it.
Believe it. We were supposed to break down Larsa Pippen, and we got through like 48 seconds of Larsa Pippen's video. I have one last surprise for you guys. So I'm texting back and forth with MLD, and he sends me a screen grab of one of the dudes in his hot dude army. He is on a dating app called Bumble. And this girl came up in Bumble. That's right, gentlemen. Ooh. Lisa Faye matched up with someone in MLD's hot dude army. It says in the caption there, I came across Lisa, the chick that was obsessed with Donovan Sharpe on Bumble. I would laugh if I matched with her. Oh my God.
Hilarious.
Says that she's still a founder at a tech startup. That is 100% bullshit because that is all over with. Why? Because she fucked with your boy. That's why. Unbelievable. So she's 30 years old. If I could have a superpower, it would be to be forever young. That. There you go. There you go.
You can't make this stuff up, man.
Guys, you can't make this stuff up. Incredible. I figured that would be a nice little send-off surprise for you guys. Yeah, Devin says she looks 1,000% crazy. Yeah, dude, oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. She's not ugly. Like, she's not ugly. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give her, I don't know, a 6. Maybe a 7.
She's way past her prime.
Yeah, listen, sure, her best days are behind her. Okay, so let's tally up our votes here. So let's see. C. Pogson, your boy, says weave. Yeah. Tricky Trini says neither. JB84 says neither. D. Claytonius says naturally shaved. The Geek Surgeon says a shaved head. A shaved head. James Young says shaved head. You know it's real. John Waters from Facebook says fake hair. Shaved head never looks good. Cowdenica says weave is nasty, so anything else but. Paul Godin says option 3. Truchino says naturally shaved or short hair. I guess he was okay. Reed Harvey says neither is greater than shaved is greater than weave. I'll take a dog. Don, both are horrible. The correct answer to the question, I will ask it again. Which is more attractive? A female with fake hair or shaved real hair? The answer is no. That is the answer. The answer is no. Gun to your head, Donovan. Who would you pick? No. I rebuke. Let me read this last super chat before we sign off here. Judah Beats, $5, says, so happy to be a man. We are winning. Happy to support you guys' content. Natural period. Weave smells bad. Red Bull Mike, $5, says, that's like asking what's better, a kick or a punch to the nuts. I would agree. Myron, your closing thoughts on this, man.
My closing thoughts is for all the 2 women that are watching this, don't end up like this girl. Understand that you need to cash in while you're still young, don't have children, and understand that attraction between men and women is not symmetrical. It is asymmetrical, like we always say. And quite frankly, guys don't care how much money you earn. Lock a guy down when you're still young and can do it. Otherwise, you're going to be calling into the show with Kevin and getting harsh realities that, quite frankly, most girls are not going to be equipped for. This girl dressed up, got ready to get roasted. So, yeah.
I can promise you, she put on her makeup. She had just put her makeup before she went on with Kevin.
Big facts.
Yeah, listen, my sentiments exactly. Ladies, this is why you got to lock them down while you're young, man. Don't listen to these women out here. The girl power movement has led you astray. the girl power movement has led white women astray. It has destroyed black women. Black women think the girl power movement is for them. Oh, no, 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 no. The girl power movement corrupts black women at 3 times the rate it does white women. That's facts.
Yeah, it hurts them more. And if you look at like the statistics, right? Because we always go off numbers here. African American women have like that, especially with college degrees. They have the highest rates of being single by far.
Aye.
It is.
Later tonight, in about a half an hour on the 6th, we will be joined by Hotep Jesus and Kevin Samuels in studio right there down there in sunny Miami with Myron 5% body fat gains. All other hands will be on deck. I think Kevin is going to join a little bit late because he hasn't been seen since Thursday, and he needs to be seen on his channel before anybody else's. This is just a strategy of his, but he will be in tonight on the 6th. We will be talking about why women like this, not just black women, why women like this are absolutely delusional about their own sexual market value. That is going to be a ton of laughs. Thank you guys very much for all of your super chats. I've been Donovan Sharpe. He has been Myron Gaines.
Thank you guys.
See you guys next week, same bat time.